Um, Today we're going to talk about small disciplines equaling big results, and that's the power of consistency. Um, if you have spent any time in the personal development world, you have seen people like Darren Hardy with his Compound Effect book, or Jeff Olson with his The Slight Edge book. But the power of consistency is actually really important. And coming up on a new year, it's something that you can definitely take advantage of. Most people will start the new year by making a list, a laundry list of things that they want to change starting January 1st. Well, most of us can't just overhaul our entire lives starting January 1st. And not only that, a lot of us will end up falling off in just 2 weeks. Um, a huge percentage, I believe it's like 92% of us, will actually stop our New Year's resolutions within 2 weeks of the new year. So to make sure that these New Year's resolutions or new disciplines in general stick, there's a couple things to keep in mind. The first is to understand the importance of consistency. So why is it important to be consistent? First off, it helps you to achieve goals and the dreams and your aspirations. Just small little things that could take maybe 5 or 10 minutes a day, but doing them every day really separates you from people who go, oh, well, I don't want to do that. So think of it this way. If you eat a burger, you eat lunch at the fast food restaurant, you're not instantly going to have a heart attack. This is an analogy I believe Darren Hardy uses. So you're not going to fall over and die from that hamburger. But if you have that hamburger every day for 5 years, it could be that compound effect of the hamburger that causes you to have a heart attack. And in the same way, it can work for you. So if you're trying to lose weight, I work in the health and fitness industry. I'm also a PhD student, so consistency is vital for me writing my dissertation. Um, but if you're trying to lose 15, 20 pounds, most of us can't instantly cut out all of the bad stuff in our diet. It takes time, and this is something that I tell a lot of my customers and my clients, is that you're not going to lose 15 pounds in 2 days because it took more than 2 days to put that 15 pounds on. So you need to be realistic about the goals that you're setting. But the other reason that consistency is important is that it keeps you on track. If you only have to remember doing one thing a day, it's much easier than remembering the 12 things that you wanted to start a New Year's resolution with. So that's really important. And the number three important reason that consistency is important is that it actually sets you apart. There's a lot of people that want to make the change, but they're not willing to do the daily action steps to make that change. So the fact that you're being disciplined and you're putting in the effort every day for consistency sets you apart from the people who go, oh, well, I don't need to do it today. I don't need to work out today. I don't need to eat clean today. I can do it tomorrow. Well, that becomes a snowball effect, and tomorrow becomes next week, which becomes next month, which becomes after the holidays, which becomes next year. See the snowball effect there? So I have 3 tips as to how to get you to be consistent. And my first tip is don't try to tackle 14 things at once. So if you're looking to set your goals for the new year, sure, you can absolutely write down 14 things that you'd like to achieve in the new year, but don't start them all at once. Start one at a time. I try to do a list of 12 things that I want to accomplish in the new year, and that way I make each one a habit each month. Studies have shown it takes 21 days to make a habit. I give it a month just to make sure it really sticks before I try to tackle something else. So I start one thing each month for my 12 months during the year. So I'll start another habit next month in December. So do one at a time and focus on that one for that month. Don't worry about adding 14 other things. Do that one and make it a habit and make it stick, and that way you can be consistent with it, and then once you have that down, you have it in routine and the habit becomes easier and it takes less time, and then you can add another one to it. So for instance, if you're trying to build your social media, don't tackle all 14 or don't tackle 14 social media platforms at once. Do one. Get really good at Facebook for a month or two. And then jump on Twitter. Get really good at Twitter for a month. And then you'll get it down to a science where you can spend 5-10 minutes tops making sure that you're interactive in those social media platforms. Number two tip for how to be consistent is to write it down. I love the Swipes app that I have on my phone. And I write down everything on it. Everything you could possibly think of. And the best part about having it on my phone is that I always have my phone on me, and so when I think of anything, I can just write it down on my phone. Perfect. Done. And then I don't worry about forgetting it. It's right there. I've got it handy. So what I do when I'm trying to instill a new habit is I'll put it on my Swipes app, and I will make it a recurring event. So if I want to let's say I want to start being more present on Instagram. So I'll write Instagram on my Swipes app and I'll make it every day and I'll set an alarm for it. So I'll get a reminder on my phone and on my Apple Watch that I need to be present in Instagram. I don't have to worry about it. Once I'm done with it, I swipe it, clear it off, and it comes back up the next day. Perfect. And tip number 3 for how to be consistent is, I think, one of the most important ones, and that is don't beat yourself up if you fail one day. Okay, we're human, we're bound to forget something at some point, and some days you just might not feel like doing it. And that's fine, but you gotta pick yourself up the next day. You can't beat yourself up about it and be downtrodden and angry and upset about it to the point that you totally lose momentum. So, let's say, again, I'm going to use Instagram. So let's say that I'm trying to be current on Instagram, and one day I just totally forget. Oh well, it happens. I'll do it the next day. It's not the end of the world. And then you can celebrate. Make sure you celebrate when you're being consistent. If you're starting a new nutrition plan, or you're trying to eat clean and lose some weight, celebrate along the way. Don't just be an achiever and you go from one task to the next. Make sure to celebrate your little victories along the way. And so to recap on the power of consistency, there's 3 reasons why it's important, or I've given you 3 reasons why it's important. It can help you achieve your goals and your dreams through small daily disciplines that could take 5 to 10 minutes a day. It's not anything major. It helps to keep you on track with your goals. And it sets you apart if you're an entrepreneur and you're trying to really break out of the market. Those daily disciplines will help you when other people burn out. And then 3 tips on how to become consistent is 1, this is my favorite one, only tackle 1 new item a week, or a month rather, or every 3 weeks, okay, because it takes 21 days to make a habit. So don't try to do 14 things at once. Say you've gone to a webinar and you have 100 ideas to do. Implement 1 at a time. See how it works, get feedback on it. And then number 2 on how to be consistent is write it down. Whether you're a pen to paper kind of person or you want to use an app on your phone, just write it down so that you know what you need to do to be consistent. And then number 3 is don't beat yourself up if you miss a day. We're all human, it happens. And if you're not beating yourself up, that's great, you can celebrate. The Swipes app on my phone has a little chime when I complete all my tasks for the day, and then it tells you how many days you've been on a streak, how many days you've completed your to-do list in its entirety, and that's really encouraging. I hope you enjoyed the webinar. Send me some hearts, or not the webinar, this scope. Give me some little hearts if you'd like to hear more, and I'd love to connect with you. You can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/stephanie.snyder06. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'd love to hear from you, and I'll talk to you guys soon.